And all you're saying is, I'll keep my oath. Oh, my gosh, how dirty, how evil, how scary, how bad. So Oath Keepers is made up of some of the best people out there. And the name's great, too. You know, Stuart's a constitutional lawyer. We should probably get him back on soon. Let's go ahead and talk to Donna in Louisiana. Donna, you're on the air.
Hi, Alex.
Hey, Donna.
Just wanted you to know my two sons, one is 22 and one is 20, and they have been avid listeners of yours since they were in high school.
Wow. Well, that's awesome.
Yep. I got a couple of things. Number one, you were talking about the guillotines on the military bases. I am a Desert Storm veteran. I was stationed at Belle Chase, Louisiana from 1988 or 87 until 1992 when Daniel was born, my oldest son. And when I was there, I had found a room and a lot of antique medical equipment in a storage room that we didn't even know was there at the air station. And I had to send all that information, all that equipment to the Smithsonian in Washington, D.C. because it's historical artifacts. And so I had to fill out a thing. Well, it just so happened the invoice that I had to add my antiques to was an invoice that included guillotines that were being shipped back from the Middle East that were confiscated from Saddam. And those were also being sent to D.C. at that time.
Wait a minute. You saw this?
I saw this, yes, personally. And I'm probably not supposed to talk about it, but at this point, who cares?
Okay, well, listen, a lot of times rumors have an original truth. Like people say there's rumors, there's FEMA camps. Well, they don't call them FEMA camps. They call them Emergency Centers Establishment Act. That's what it's called. They're called Emergency Regional Centers. There's Civilian Inmate Labor Camp Program. There's plans for civil unrest. There's a bunch of public documents. They're real. But they can play games and go, we found no document with FEMA camp on it. So I'd like to get your name and number off record. If you want to go public with your name and stuff, that's fine. But we would love to put you on the nightly news or have you back on when you document, who you are and what you're saying. It doesn't have to be public. We just have to document who you are and confirm it and that you were where you said you were, just some basic records. And then we would love to do an interview about confirmed guillotines. So let me give you the floor for a few minutes, though. This is unconfirmed, folks, but you sound legitimate. Tell us slowly where you were and what you saw.
I was stationed at the Naval Air Station Belle Chase in Belle Chase, Louisiana, down at Plaquemines Parish. I was raised here in northeast Louisiana, and, I'm from here originally, and of all things, when I get stationed, active duty in the Navy, I end up down in New Orleans, which was fine by me. My husband and I were, I actually married my husband while I was there and everything, and we lived there together for 3 years, but I was there a total of 5. Honorably discharged veteran of 10 years from the U.S. Navy. I was in the reserves first, and then I went active duty. I kind of did it backwards, and but I was actually in the military for 10 years. Like I said, honorably discharged, veteran officially of a foreign war. I did not go overseas because the ground war did not escalate in Desert Storm.
No, I understand. So specifically, tell us about the guillotines.
Okay, I received a invoice and I was told to add the artifacts that I had come across in the medical clinic to the invoice because all this was going to be shipped. Apparently, there was a ship that had come in there at Avondale, I guess, and it had these products on it that had come from the Middle East, and it was 5 guillotines. And I was like, oh, my God. But then, there was a little excerpt from it because it was going to the Smithsonian as well as my information.
That is who hoards all the strange oddities that get hauled back. So this may be the source, then, of the guillotine rumors that I've been hearing about since I was first on air in 1995. And it's always a truck crash. They were in a military base, and there was a truckload of guillotines. And I'm in Michigan, and my cousin's brother knows somebody that saw the truck of guillotines and martial law signs. But you're the first person I've talked to. I seem to remember 60 Minutes or something talking about Saddam and guillotines. I know that's how they killed people over there. Like Iraq would do it with a guillotine. In Saudi Arabia, they use a sword. Very interesting, ma'am. I'll get one of our reporters to get in touch with you, and we'd love to interview you. We could get you on Skype, then blur your face out or something like that, or use your name. But, yeah, it's fine to talk about guillotines being brought back if they were, quote, sent at the Smithsonian and they didn't say it was secret. I mean, did they call you in a room and say these guillotines are secret, don't talk about it?
It was confiscated as spoil of war. It was.
Well, then that's clearly not secret. So.
No, it shouldn't be. But I mean, I've never talked about it before, but I happened to see it, and they actually all this stuff was supposed to be sent in a truckload with what I found in that back room. I mean, it was glass, syringes, and those were hand blown. This is from 1800s.
Well, the government's got a lot of junk. We all do. I mean, and not just private citizens that are pack rats. The ultimate pack rat is the federal government. I mean, Area 51, folks, is just a giant toxic waste dump. And they tell the public it's little green men. And, of course, they got some space planes out there as well. We'll be back. Stay with us.
This hour of GCN programming is proudly sponsored by BlockItPocket.com. Protect your privacy and data and render your phone or device completely undetectable. Go under the radar when your phone's not in use with BlockItPocket.com.
Hi, Ted Anderson with Midas Resources. Is it time to convert paper 401ks and IRAs to solid gold and silver yet? Get our 10 Reasons book free. Call 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
Digestive health is key to wellness, and Pro-EM1 is the key to digestive health. Pro-EM1 is a daily liquid probiotic that improves food absorption and supports weight loss by removing toxins from your system. Recommended by doctors, Pro-EM1 is 100% natural, organic, non-GMO, wheat, soy, gluten, and dairy-free. Call us today at 888-611-8025 or visit ProEM1.com to save over $25 on your order. That's 888-611-8025 or PROEM1.com.
Yes, family and friends are gathering to give gifts and wish health and security. But why not enhance cell phone and wireless device security all year with Block It Pocket? A family-owned American business, we now have 2 spectacular holiday specials. Find them now at our new website, blockitpocket.com, or call 888-315-9618. Hurry, holiday special ends Christmas Day. Give the gift of security from blockitpocket.com, wishing you health, freedom, and liberty.
Are you happy doing your laundry with perfume detergents that irritate your skin? Are you happy washing your hands with stinking fragrances that gives your skin rashes? Are you happy paying new, higher prices for smaller boxes? Find your happiness today with our 1 to 4 year supply of pure soaps or our 1 to 2 month sampler with bar soap, shampoo, laundry, and dish soap at 5starsoap.com. You deserve the best. Happiness is 5starsoap.com.
If you have candida overgrowth, just taking antifungal agents or starving yourself of sweets does not address the cause. Candida overgrowth is the result of a toxic, damaged, acidic, low oxygen, and inflamed tissue environment. The goal should be to remove the toxins, heal damaged tissues, restore healthy pH, eliminate inflammation, and feed beneficial bacteria. Previous usage of antibiotics or steroids or exposure to mercury or other toxins can damage many cells in the GI tract and body that make you prone to candida overgrowth. Removing toxins and healing tissues should be the goal. One World Whey is a whey protein food that supports detoxification, repair of tissues, and elimination of inflammation, healthy pH, and growth of beneficial bacteria. One World Whey is duly reformulated to be higher in protein and lower in carbohydrate. We believe One World Whey is an excellent food to support your efforts to create a healthy internal body environment. Call 888-988-3325 or visit oneworldwhey.com. That's oneworldwhey.com.
I'm going to Bob and Katrina and David and Katie, at least those callers before we end the transmission. The main show ends in about 6 minutes, but then I always do a little extra 5 minutes, sometimes 30 minutes, sometimes an hour into the 4th hour, but most stations don't carry it. But the internet, obviously, does, and you're watching us at Infowars.com/show. You can find the free feed there, the free podcast at Infowars.com/show. There's an article up on Drudge, BBC, Stephen Hawking warns artificial intelligence could end mankind. That's what all the top scientists are saying. And it's being set up to take over and run everything, so we won't be able to fight it. And the globalists say they're setting it up to make us obsolete. But then people like Hawking and Joy and all these other big insiders are warning us. I've had a bunch of top robotics experts on. MIT people. That's the thing. They're not even immoral. They care, but the elite on top of it are just crazy. Do the elite really think the computers aren't going to go after them first? Look at this. New tech reads your face and your mind. I used to tell folks when they put brain scanners in the Boston airport and 5 others in 2002, I would read it. And CBS News covered it, and people thought I was lying. That was back before everybody had handheld phones, computers, and would just check what I said. Oh, yeah, all right. 5 airports got passive brain scanners. Shut up, Jones. Everything they're telling you about is 20 to 40 years old. Amazing. Nightly News tonight, 7 o'clock Central, will have obviously all the news condensed down on all the breaking news as well with our great team of reporters. Before we go any further, I'm not going to plug this long because I want to go to your calls. We have Silver Bullet, high-quality colloidal silver for 20% off and free shipping. Buy 4 bottles, get 1 free. But you can buy 1 bottle and get 20% off and free shipping. It will sell out. We may not have more till the next year. We're trying to work for getting them in 2 weeks, but for all intents and purposes, if you want stuff by Christmas, you've got to order by the 17th. A great Christmas gift to give. DNA Force, get 2 bottles of Survival Shield free, $60 value. We got 15% off colloidal silver and Survival Shield X2. We've just got the biggest deals ever. Free shipping on everything at InfoWarsStore.com. And the coveted Molon Labe long sleeve winter camo shirts are back in. They sold out in a week and a half last time. We did a bigger order, but this is the ultimate Second Amendment gift. Molon Labe caps, new limited edition Molon Labe belt buckles, madein1776.com or InfoWarsStore.com or 888-253-3139. And thank you all for your support funding this independent news operation. Bob in Maine, go ahead. Thanks for holding.
Well, hey, how's it going?
Good, brother.
I train in Krav Maga, and I was watching that video, that guy in the green shirt, number 99. And when he was choking that guy, that looks like a triangle choke. And basically he had his arm pinned. You can't breathe and you cannot talk. And they got one arm behind the guy's back. So when they're saying, stop resisting, that guy can't even talk.
Well, that's it. I don't train in MMA. I don't train in Krav Maga, but I know wrestling, and I've read about it. And you can see they pin him in a move and kill him. And that's why it's so evil that they killed him. I mean, it's crazy. And they're saying, put your arm behind your back. That's their excuse to keep choking when they've got an illegal kill choke, correct? I mean, is that not premeditated?
That choke right there, when you train with that in class, you have to be so careful, because if you don't tap out within a couple seconds, you're going out like a light. And that's why even in MMA, you got a referee watching, and they're watching you. And when that choke's applied, it only takes a couple seconds, and it's lights out.
And then they keep doing it, and he's having a convulsion, and they keep giving orders.
Exactly. I mean, there was no way. That guy, he was screwed. There was nothing he could do.
I know. I'm not even, I should get an expert in MMA or that type of stuff on it and simulate it and show it, with some of the guys. He's not going to get in trouble. I just cannot believe it. I just cannot. Even grand jury said, great job. We'll be right back with some Overdrive. I'm going to go throw up.
The Genesis Communications Radio Network.
This December marks 20 years that I've been on the air. Kicking off on Cyber Monday and throughout the entire week, we're offering the biggest sales in the history of Infowars.com, celebrating my 20 years on air. And we do it by bringing our listeners the very best high-quality products. Free shipping store-wide on Pro Gun, Made in America t-shirts. High-quality water filtration systems. But not just free shipping. 30% off Super Mill Vitality. 20% off all colloidal silver. Buy 4, get 1 free. With your purchase of 1 bottle of DNA Force, you get 2 free bottles of Survival Shield Nascent Iodine, absolutely free, a $60 value. We're also offering 50% off a year membership at prisonplanet.tv and upping the number of people that can use each membership to 20. 20 years on air, and InfoWars is celebrating it with the biggest sale we've ever had. InfoWarsStore.com or 888-253-3139.